You're right, loving yourself isn't fucking easy. Making a conscious decision every time that you say something negative about yourself isn't normal to most people. If you have a negative thought, you're pretty much just having that negative thought. If you're venting, you're just venting. If you're angry, you're angry. If you're sad, you're sad. If you're this, you're that. It's just, it is what it is. But it doesn't have to be that way. Loving yourself and choosing yourself and correcting yourself is a choice. It becomes second nature. If you're somebody that has been like this forever, hey, congratulations in your healthy parental relationships that you have. But for a lot of us, including me, definitely not a healthy relationship with parents. So this is us healing from that, okay? Alrighty. Something that I've started to do over the years is anytime I say something bad about myself, so let's do an example. Let me make a reenactment, okay? Fuck, I'm so ugly. I'm like, no, that's not correct. I'm hot, sexy. Why the fuck would anybody think I'm attractive? This, that, and the third. And I consciously correct myself, and it is okay to correct yourself because it is okay. Something you need to learn first before you get to this phase is understanding that you can be wrong. It's understanding that you can make mistakes. It's understanding that you can change as long as you are able to have accountability towards yourself. That's step number one. Accountability, babe. That's step one, okay? After you can take accountability, you can recognize where your faults lie. So, me literally lie because it's not true that I'm ugly. I don't think I'm ugly. I think I'm hot as fuck, and my partner thinks that I'm hot as fuck too. So, who the fuck else does it matter? It doesn't matter. And this ties into my other video and talking about like how all of this kind of stems from other people. It doesn't really stem from yourself because when we are born, when we are raised, we are the people that are around us. I'm gonna be vulnerable and I'm gonna tell you a story of me. I'm gonna give you some lore, okay? I am the youngest. I have 2 older sisters and a brother. My 2 older sisters would more than occasionally, as I am not even a teenager yet. I'm like, the age I was when this started, I was like 8, okay? Of my sisters calling me fat and ugly. Look, I got chubby cheeks. I'm a little heftier right now for sure, but my entire life when they were calling me these things, I wasn't. And them calling me that, them being people that I trust, aka my sisters, their word holds so much weight, especially at the age that I was. And I'm growing up, learning these things, right? Because that's what you're doing, you're learning. So here I am learning that I'm fat, ugly, disgusting, and gross. Here I am learning that I am not worthy of love because I am not thin or beautiful. To whose standards though? To whose standards though? To whose standards? As a queer, non-binary person growing up, do you think I dressed girly? Only when it was against my will, but it was hard, okay? I dressed as masculine I could as a young person going to the store with my family, okay? And I remember like in 6th grade or something, I got rated a 4. Guys, I'm for the ladies, okay? I've always been. Did I know that then? No, but I know the way that I dressed wasn't for men. I never dressed for a man. I've never ever dressed for a man. Men have never been a center for me because I didn't have, the men around me in my life were never good. It's unfortunate. But like, I've never centered men. I've never cared to center men. I think men are so weak, and maybe I'm a misandrist. I'm not a misandrist, but like in general, that idea of men being, okay, let me rephrase this way. And this is me, again, an example of maybe realizing what I just said isn't correct. Let me try to process my feelings more. Not me giving you a live example, not me literally doing the thing I just said, like, okay, right? The idea of men being the shit is a weak idea to me. That idea is weak. I don't center men, I never center men. And just because I'm queer, decentering men doesn't make me queer. You know what I mean? Because there are women that are not, that can decenter men. Like, that's a thing. I think world peace starts with decentering men. I fucking around, but like, if men are always the center of everything, like, ugh, what gets done? Nothing. Literally fucking nothing. Anyway. I got off track, but like, I wanted to bring in that idea of, I was taught that I'm ugly by people that I trusted, right? My family. And now, growing up, I'm not gonna lie, last year, wow, the body image issues were bad. I was the heaviest I've ever been, and I decided this is the heaviest I'm gonna be. I'm gonna lose weight and just make better health decisions and work out more, and that's what I do. It's been something I've been working through. I'm not gonna get into it, okay? That's not what this video is about. But since I learned these nasty thoughts that just are not true, anytime I have a feeling like that or a thought that is negative, I make sure I step in. I'm consciously aware of my thoughts thoughts so I can hear what I just said and go, no, 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 no. I'm not ugly. I'm not fat, derogatory. I'm not disgusting. I'm not unworthy of love because of the way that I look. Like, it's such a waste of time to have negative thoughts. It is. And it's a choice for sure. Like, is it easy? No. I'm here to remind you, this video isn't gonna be, oh, just do this and this. I'm gonna tell you what to do, but I'm gonna be honest, it's not easy. It's not easy for you to, one, accept that you're wrong. It's not easy to break cycles and patterns that the people that you've grown up around gave you, that you might not even realize it is from them, or you might not even realize that it's there. That's hard too. And it's a lot of embedded shit to get to this point. I'm being so serious. If you hate yourself, I don't blame you. Not in a mean way. You have to hear me out. If you hate yourself, I don't blame you because you have been taught to. But you're an adult now and you have free will, I hope. Or maybe you're not fully an adult and you're somebody that just is having some self-image issues, and I'm so sorry, but maybe you can get this thought process going right now. Like, I'm telling you, the way that you feel about yourself is a projection of the way other people feel about you, because it's a projection of how they feel about themselves. And you're confused because it's like, everyone says this, so maybe I am, and you just have to accept that reality. But like, why the fuck do you have to accept the reality somebody else is putting on you? If I let my sisters win, let's be a little petty. I like wording it like this, maybe to give you some motivation. If I let the people that have said negative things about me win, I do not want that reality. I do not. I can create my own reality. And in their reality, I might be ugly. In their reality, I might be stupid and fat and unworthy of love because of the way that I look. That's not true for me. That's not true for me. And just because it's true for them doesn't mean it has to be true for us, babe. It doesn't mean that. Just because someone called me fat in their reality doesn't mean I have to. Just because somebody called me ugly and whatever in their reality doesn't mean that I have to. Just because I was a fucking 4 in their eyes doesn't mean that I'm not a million in my partners or mine. Like, loving yourself is a choice you have to make, and it's hard. I'm gonna keep saying that. It's not fucking easy to accept the reality that maybe you're worthy of living, maybe you're worthy of love, just because of the way that you are, because of the way that you sing songs so fucking loudly and badly whenever they come on, and you dance really whatever, however you dance, and maybe it's not the coolest thing in the world, but it's still you. Or the foods that you like and the foods that you don't like, or the way that you drink liquids, not so often because you forget to drink water. Speaking of, it's you trying to make it on YouTube and in the world and hoping that your messages, reach somebody that needs to hear it. That's who you are. It's your favorite color. That's who you are. That's your reality. What's your reality? You get to choose that. And the reality, you choosing to love yourself is like choosing what color is your favorite. I swear, it is your reality. You make up your thoughts. And growing up and self-improvement, what self-improvement to me is getting rid of every ideology, every belief that has been projected onto you from fucking birth, that has been given to you by other people that you did not choose. That's freedom. That's self-improvement, is becoming your own person, becoming a good person. And morality is always a question at large, right? What's that famous philosophical dilemma? Would you rather kill like 1 to 3 people to save a bitch ton, or would you kill a bitch ton of people to save a couple of people? Loving yourself is not easy. Starting to love yourself is not easy. For me, I feel like it really started with romanticizing my life and doing whatever and journaling and like seeing myself and talking to myself like a fucking human being that deserves respect. You have to give yourself the respect first. Even if no one's giving you respect in your life, if everyone overlooks you and doesn't take you seriously and thinks you're a fucking joke, don't do that to yourself. Be the outlier. People push people down that know that they have power. What's your power? They try to take yours away because they don't have any. They want you like them. Why? You want to be like everybody? Hey, if you want to sit here and you want to tell me you want to be like everybody, go for it. You know what you want to do. But if you're anything like me, I don't like being in a box. I don't like doing things because you tell me to. And it's such a Gen Z thing to do. But also I have so many, not to bring up astrology, but to bring up astrology, I have so many Aquarius placements. Aquarius midheaven, Aquarius Mercury. But I think that's a lie. I have a Capricorn Mercury. I have like it's a generational shit. Aquarius Uranus. I know it's right. I know humanity comes first, and a lot of people that make money and put them in their pockets knows that if they can get you to think that you hate yourself, it is so easy to manipulate you after that because you have been manipulated into hating yourself. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, you are taught to hate yourself. I don't blame you if you do. I don't. Let me go more in depth. I don't have a script. I just wanted to say that it really isn't. You're right. It's not easy. But if you're somebody who's sitting here and you're willing to accept like your faults, understand where these thoughts come from, willing to take accountability and consciously correct yourself, you will be doing so well very soon. And I will take accountability for my actions as of late. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys again and vulnerable. I've been really angry recently, and I've been really defensive recently. I feel like I've been blowing up really quickly. I get annoyed very quickly, or things are just like such a big deal when they shouldn't be a big deal. And I hate that. I don't like being an angry person, and anger is an emotion, and it's not something I'm ashamed of. It's something like, I was on TikTok the other day, and an anger management coach made a little TikTok, and he was saying like, if you're angry, just shut up. You venting is rehearsing the anger. Venting doesn't alleviate what's going on, it makes it worse. Again, I'm ugly and I'm fat. No, I'm not. I'm hot, sexy, and amazing, and I'm gorgeous. And then I go about my day. And when I have another negative thought, or I'm like, I'm not good enough and my music's not good, it's like, no, my music is really good. But give yourself some grace. You're a human being. You're a human being. And you're the main character. Even if you make mistakes, even if you say things that are wrong, you can change. But nothing will happen if you cannot take accountability for your actions. Holding yourself accountable is really the biggest step to all of this. So yeah, if you were to ask me if loving myself is easy, I'd say, fuck no. It's a task and a half. But I choose to love myself because I would rather be my own best friend than my own worst enemy. Think about how many doors my best friend would open for me. Think about how many doors my best friend would show me, lead me to. Think about how many opportunities my best friend would, of course, say my name in a room full of people, with a room full of opportunities. What would my best friend do for me? What would somebody that genuinely, imagine, someone loves you so much, man. They love you. They love the way that you look, the way that you smell, the way that you act, the way that you speak, the way that you sing, the way that you dance, the way that you sit, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you look at life, the way that you stop and smell the roses if you can, the way that you do things. Imagine what they would do for you and treat yourself as if you were that person. You know the love that you want and deserve. Why not give it to yourself first? Why not? My name's Anaj. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. I make videos like this every Wednesday. I have a song coming out on the 12th called Blunt. Yes, yes, yes. I have the music video for that song coming out on Sunday on this channel. And I have music coming out every month. Next month, I'm in between a couple of songs, but I have choices, which means whatever I don't pick now will be picked later. I hope you have a wonderful fucking day. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope whatever I said was helpful to you and helpful for you. I think you're awesome. I hope you think I'm awesome too. Obviously you do if you stayed this long. Subscribe. I'm almost at 500 subscribers. I'm so excited. And yeah, I wish you the best. Okay, bye.